It's the 30th of July as we leave Gia and head to Isla. And finally, Simon gets his wee dram of whiskey. But unfortunately, our trip to Isla was cut short. Storm Floris was on the way. We only had 2 days before the very strong winds arrived, and we wanted to visit Rathlin Island, so leaving Isla today would give us chance to do that. There was plenty of room on the visitor pontoon. We found the harbour master, she was extremely helpful, and then off we went for a walk. And you never know what you might find. It was a lovely walk from the marina to Rue Point Lighthouse, which had fantastic views across to Northern Ireland. With 3 lighthouses on the island, there were plenty of walks to keep you busy if you were staying longer, and with a visitor centre and museum, but unfortunately it was already time for us to go. And with Storm Floris rapidly approaching, we had decided to take shelter in Bangor, Northern Ireland, for a few days, as there was good shelter and plenty to keep us busy. So on our first full day in Northern Ireland, we headed into Belfast. It was an easy connection from Bangor to Belfast by train, and then we took the hop-on, hop-off bus to see the main sights of the city. This was definitely a good way to see more than we would have managed on foot. We crammed in as much as possible, but there was still time for a true Irish pint of Guinness. We even had time to visit the Royal Ulster Yacht Club in Bangor, and what an amazing welcome we had. We met a wonderful lady who served us, and with another very welcoming couple, we were given a tour and history of this incredible club. The next day we used our bikes to get around the coast to explore the lovely towns of Donaghadee and Groomsport. When we walked up to the moat to have a look around, we were lucky enough to find it was open, and we received a talk and history of the building, along with a demonstration of the camera obscura, which was a unique experience and definitely worth the visit. The next day we took a walk the other way round the coastline to see how Storm Floris was looking. We stayed in Bangor for 4 nights while we waited for Storm Floris to pass, and left very early the next morning with a beautiful sunrise. We had a great sail but arrived early, so we had to wait on a visitor mooring buoy outside in the bay until later that evening, when the tide was high enough for us to get over the sill and for the bridge to open to enter Peel Harbour. There were lots of lovely marked walks, and so the next morning we set off to take in the views of Peel Town and Harbour as we walked the hilltop to Corrin's Tower. the bus across the island to Douglas the next day, which was simple and straightforward, and you can buy yourself a Go Explore bus ticket. We went to look at Douglas Marina in case another time we chose to come here for a change. The Go Explore ticket included a trip on the steam railway. This was certainly a highlight of our stay. I wish my dad could have been here with me. So Dad, the rest of this video is just for you. It was a beautiful day and we decided to take the line all the way to Port Erin, passing Castletown on the way, as we decided we would stop there on the way back, as the train timetable worked out better that way. We walked down to the bay and saw the visitor mooring buoys we could use if the wind was in the right direction another time. We also had time to look around the free museum while we waited for the train back to Castletown. It was a pretty town to walk around, and we even saw the over 75s Isle of Man Bowls Championships. Such a variety of things to see and do here. There is in fact so much to see and do here. We end up staying for 3 nights. but you'll have to wait until next time to see what else we get up to.